Joining us now is Alison Esposito. She is a 25-year vet of the NYPD, served as Deputy Inspector of the 70th Precinct in Brooklyn. She's currently running for Congress in New York. Thanks very much for coming on the show. Appreciate it. All right, so talk to us about this from the police perspective. You know, what sorts of crimes are they? It's not a crime to protest, right? That's what the defense is always going to be. But talk to us about why the Hate Crimes Division is investigating. What sorts of potential crimes are they looking at here?
So this is a deeply disturbing issue right now, and all of us as Americans should be afraid. What we saw on those videos was horrifying. And you have a group of individuals coming from a rally that's celebrating the slaughter that happened on October 7th, that's calling for the killing of Jews, that's saying, I wish that Hitler was here. And then you have a mob that goes in there waving the flags of terrorist groups, that goes into the subway and with such hate and threatening verbiage. Raise your hand if you're Zionist. We'll give you a chance to get out. If that's not a threat, I don't know what is. The problem here is that we're using the wrong phrasing when we talk about these individuals. We keep calling them protesters. We keep calling them anti-Israel protesters or pro-Palestine protesters. That's not what they are. These are terrorists. Plain and simple, and that's how they should be treated. I saw a plethora of crimes that you just played on that video. I saw all hate crime based. I saw harassment. I saw inciting a riot. I saw menacing. I saw making terrorist threats. I saw disorderly conduct. I saw criminal mischief, both misdemeanor and felony. And hate crimes in the NYPD, some of the best in the business, has to be investigating this, but there should be federal investigations as well. We need to call this out for what it is. And that's why when my opponent remains silent, Pat Ryan remains silent on these college protests and these terrorist incidents.
Let me ask you about what was posted online, right? I mean, they didn't quite admit that they did it, but they're promising more is coming. On an Instagram account, I would assume the NYPD would be able to use that at least as a clue to try to figure out who's behind it.
Absolutely. The NYPD is some of the best in the business. Hate crime, some of the best in the business. Our detectives are the greatest detectives in the world. And they're going to be using everything at their disposal. They will be launching a full investigation in computers, and they will be tracking through video, and they will be tracking through witnesses the individuals that were responsible for this. And I do believe that they will bring them to justice. We do have a problem right now with still allowing these individuals to be in these groups, these gangs, these terrorist groups, and they're still wearing face coverings and masks, which should not be allowed. They're doing it to thwart criminal investigations. And it was put in place in 2020 because of COVID, but there were laws on the books that you could not walk around and do this. And by the way, if this is just a peaceful protest, why do you need to cover your face? These are violent anarchists and terrorists that are infiltrating our city streets. And imagine being on that subway if you were a Jew. Imagine the fear that's going through. They're calling you out, and it seems like they're coming at you to kill you. This is
I was very pleased to hear that this is now being investigated as a crime. I was wondering, you know, is this going to be determined to be criminal? The fact the NYPD is investigating it as such, we shall see if they're able to catch these guys. Alison Esposito, thanks so much for coming on the show. Really appreciate it.
So much. Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.